To all the crybabies out there, Eminem cannot be cancelled. I know. I'm sorry to break it to you. What's up, everybody? How you all doing? We're back with another one, and yes, today we are checking out something different. It's called "You Can't Cancel Eminem," and here's 5 epic failed attempts at trying to cancel Eminem. And we're talking not just by the crybabies of the world, the Gen Zs. We're talking about like more powerful entities, and they're like the US governments and the governments are working worldwide, tried to cancel Eminem even before cancel culture was even a thing. It's going back from like when he blew up from in 1999 with a Slim Shady LP to the Marshall Mathers LP and so on. So yeah, so let's dive into this vid and let's see what's going on. Let's get it. Let's see it. Go.
There are many groups that Eminem is quite despicable toward.
Lyrics from Eminem are from an album which is currently at number 3 on the Billboard chart.
Eminem album about the Eminem album.
There's nothing funnier than seeing Gen Z stumble upon an Eminem song and trying to cancel and boycott him on social media. What they don't realize is that canceling Eminem is impossible. Do you know why? Because in the early 2000s,
it's literally impossible. But
he already faced some of the most intense cancellation campaigns in history. He was banned from stores, TV shows, and even became a topic of discussion in the US Senate. Do you really think you can cancel him from your cave behind a screen and a keyboard? So today...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're talking about powerful entities here, like the Senate, the US like governments. Okay, well, you know, not just in the United States either. I started there, but then as Eminem got more global, is the trying to ban Eminem. You know, that just grew and grew. But you know, 2024, he's still got his career. I just, you know. Okay, let's go.
Today, we'll take a look back at the 5 most serious cancellation attempts that Eminem faced in the early 2000s. By the start of the new millennium, Eminem had already risen to fame with his first album, the Slim Shady LP, and he was already surrounded by controversy due to songs like 97 Bonnie and Clyde and Guilty Conscience. However, it was the Marshall Mathers LP that truly offended certain groups, and by the end of 2000, attempts to cancel Eminem began. The first protests against Eminem that garnered media attention occurred on September 7, 2000, during the MTV VMA 2000 ceremony. Before the event, an activist group for gays and lesbians organized a protest against Eminem outside the Radio City Music Hall, where the ceremony was scheduled to take place. This group directly aimed to prevent Eminem from appearing at the gala.
I just think, you know, it was the Marshall Mathers LP really where it just, all the hate towards Eminem, you know, just really grew. It started with the Slim Shady LP, but they didn't really know what Eminem was, who he was, what it was about, and they just heard this guy called Eminem. They didn't really know Eminem, Slim Shady, and Marshall Mathers. They couldn't really differentiate who is who and what's going on. But when the Marshall Mathers LP came, you know, that's when it just, like, the hate for Eminem at this time, it just really started taking off, and just, you know, and the hate just grew and grew.
Has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Eminem has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Eminem has got to go. 2, 4, 6, 8. MTV promotes hate. 2, 4, 6, 8. MTV promotes hate.
That's some next level bars. That is. Love the Karen rhythm. Love it.
We're here because Eminem's current lyrics on his Marshall Mathers LP really strongly suggest that young listening audience should go out and express their emotions through violence. Violence often aimed at the gay and lesbian community.
However,
no, that's, see, the thing is, it's like, that's not what it was. It was just, it's so annoying. It just becomes funny because the people who hear that, you know, the Eminem talk about these things in his music, it's not it's not that he actually really thinks this way. He don't. And you know, he does not. You know, go out and he's not really. It's just that the more you accuse him of these things, being these things, the more he's going to fucking say it and be like, he's just going to wear it like armor and just going to throw it back in your face. You know, and that just comes up from his years of being a battle rapper. You know, you take it, what people have to say about you, you wear it like armor and you throw it back. And that's been Eminem's strategy. But also that, you know, it's just that they don't get the joke. You know, it's a bit like if you see like two of your friends having a joke, you know, laughing and joking about something, and then you walk in on them laughing and joking, like laughing, but you didn't hear what the joke was, so you're like, oh, what's so funny? What's so funny? You know, it's kind of like, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. It's like because you wasn't there at the beginning of the joke, so you don't know what the joke is, so you don't know what they're laughing about. And it's kind of like how this is with Eminem and his lyrics. And
Eminem ended up being the big winner of the night, delivering an iconic performance and winning 3 awards. But my friends, this was just the beginning. The real juicy stuff came later.
Don't do this to me, ads. I won't pay for YouTube Premium.
A year earlier, in 1999, after the Columbine massacre, the then President Bill Clinton, yes, the one who received a surprise saxophone solo in the Oval Office, the one who...
I just like the way he worded that.
Yes, the one who received a surprise saxophone solo in the Oval Office, the one who spent his time bombing half the world, gave a speech where, among other things, he talked about the influence of video...
So hang on. So we've got Bill Clinton here. He's about to, I know, probably say some shit about Eminem and his lyrics. But he's sending fucking soldiers out to fucking bomb other fucking countries, and you know he's got, you know, and he's got fucking blood on his hands. All Eminem does is fucking just say, you know, just words on a mic. That's literally all it is at the end of the day. It's just words on the mic. It's not, you know, Eminem's not killing people. He's not fucking sending people to fucking war. So I think the fucking politicians are fucking hypocrites in a sense, because you know, look at what they do. Yeah, and all Eminem does is just say these things that actually happen in real life. Eminem's just putting it in a way, and like in his songs, it's making it, you know, in such a talk about these fucking real life fucking issues and things that really go on in the world that people do, you know, and Eminem just sort of like, I wouldn't say like necessarily just poking fun at these things, that these evil like events and violence and fucking God knows and all this stuff, right? But Eminem just, you know, he just makes art out of it, and he just does it in a creative way, and you know, and you know, and this, and but the thing is, they're attacking his freedom of speech, and freedom of speech, it's all that, and it's like his art and his you know, his right to express himself. It's about, you know, music is about self-expression.
Video games, movies, and music from certain artists on children.
And we do know we have to do more to recognize the early warning signs that are sent before children act violently.
Yeah, but how would you do that though? And we do know we have to do more to recognize the early warning signs. How can you do that? How do you know that a kid, yeah, it's going to go out and commit an act of violence? Because he's not going to tell you. He's not going to show you some early warning signs. He's not going to tell you, oh, I'm going to go out and I'm going to fucking shoot up the school. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And there's no early warning signs. What early warning signs? You know what I mean? There isn't any. Because they won't show it until it's time for them, until they're fucking till they do it, and then you're like, oh, why didn't we pick up on the early signs? Well, there wasn't any. Well,
All eyes turned to Marilyn Manson, and to a lesser extent, Eminem.
Represents in some ways the rap music, what I do with rock.
He was catching a lot of heat at the time, so I figured I would maybe take some off him and bring it on me.
Things escalated further on September 13, 2000, when a group of politicians, activists, religious figures, concerned parents, and other crappy collectives held a session in the Senate to discuss marketing violence targeted at children.
it's just so messed up that, like, a young man from Detroit, from Detroit, Michigan, from 8 Mile, would end up being the top topic of conversation, and in Congress, in the Senate, in the U.S. government. You know what I mean? It's like, like, come on.
And as you can imagine, one of the main points of discussion was the biggest star of the time, Eminem.
Now, in the room, we have some easels that show some examples of this music. Now, this stuff is not for the faint-hearted, but the music industry has decided it's for children.
Oh, so it showed some lyrics. Fill up like you're causing too much chaos. Just bend over, take it like a slut, okay, ma? I've seen. This is why, like, Eminem, this is the flack that fucking Eminem is getting from US governments. I mean, the US governments are fucking like one of the most powerful in the fucking world, one of the powerful fucking entity, right? And you got fucking these like Gen Zs, fucking these people just hiding behind a fucking keyboard, like, no, I don't like this, I don't like this. And Cant, what fucking power do you think you have? The most powerful people in the fucking world, fucking the governments, have tried to fucking ban Eminem. And they couldn't do it. They couldn't fucking do it. So you think that just you on your laptop, being a fucking keyboard warrior, all your keyboard warriors out there are been able to fucking stop Eminem, be able to fucking cancel him? No. Come on.
Nor these obscure songs. The lyrics from Eminem are from an album which is currently at number 3 on the Billboard chart after spending 2 months.
When I was just a little baby boy, my mum used to tell me these crazy things. She used to tell me my daddy was an evil man. She used to tell me he hated me. When I got a bit older and I realised she was the crazy one, there was nothing I could do to try and change her, because that's just the way she was. I love that song.
Months this summer at number 1. He received 3 awards from MTV last week.
Meanwhile, this adorable old lady you see here was the one who put the most emphasis on Eminem.
What a sweetie. Isn't she lovely?
Her name is Lynn Chaney, and you might recognize her from songs like White America or Without Me. These were some of the words the granny uttered about Eminem in the Senate.
I have lately been very disturbed by the lyrics of the rap singer Eminem. They could not be more despicable. They could not be more hateful in their attitudes toward women in particular. There are many groups that Eminem is quite despicable toward, but he is a violent misogynist. It is despicable. It is...
Nah. No, he's not. How can you just call someone that, oh, they are this, they are that, and labelling people when you don't even know them? No. It's like her, Lynn Chaney, and Eminem have never had a sit down and had a conversation and got to know one another. What fucking right has she got to say that, oh, that's what this person's all about? Going on, it's...
Put yourself through the torture of listening to this?
I actually listened to it, and I will give Eminem this credit. You can understand every word he says. Many rock singers and rappers you can't understand. This is absolutely clear. I decided that since the lyrics were so hateful to women, what I would do is write the 2 women members of the board of Seagram. Seagram owns Interscope. Interscope distributes and produces Eminem's records. Eminem received 3 awards.
Yeah, well, you did that and it didn't work. It just backfired on you, because it's like all that did was just give fucking Eminem some more fucking ammunition to fucking fire back at you and just give more shit for Eminem to talk about.
Awards from the entertainment industry last week, including Best Male Performer. at the MTV Awards. Can you imagine that the entire industry honors this man whose work is so hateful?
Just a few months after this intervention, this grandma became the second lady of America, as she was the wife of Vice President Dick Cheney.
Artistic expression and freedom of speech only can go so far before you have Miss Cheney knocking at your fucking door.
Hey guys, I'm Tom Tech Chap, and have a look at this. It's the brand new LG OLED Evo G4, and it is very nice. But it's also...
I really don't care.
After all of this, M was probably thinking that things couldn't get any worse. But he was wrong.
Now he's got like the Canada, a whole fucking nation on his case. I think this one, Canada, the whole of Canada. I didn't know about this one. About it was all the whole of Canada that was trying to go after Eminem, like trying to cancel him. What?
Wrong. In October of that same year, the Anger Management Tour was created, a tour that took Eminem, Papa Roach, Limp Bizkit, and more artists to cities across North America and Europe. On the 26th and 27th of that same month, the tour visited the Canadian cities of Toronto and Montreal. And you know what? More problems arose. Earlier in the month, Canadian activist Valerie Smith filed a complaint against Eminem with the Hate Crimes Police Department, stating that his lyrics were considered hate speech under Canadian law. The matter ended up in the hands of the Attorney General, and if they concluded that the complainant was right, Eminem would end up in jail if he performed the concert. A few days later, Attorney General Jim Flaherty stated that Eminem should be banned from entering Canada due to his violent lyrics against women, and that they were considering ways to prevent his entry. He even called immigration to prevent Eminem from crossing the border. Meanwhile, the opposition party, being even more cheeky, said that they should let him perform so he could break the law and then they could jail him.
It's fine.
Oh, no, that's some fucking bitch ass shit, that is. So yeah, come on, let him come in, let him break the law so we can arrest him and ban him. What the fuck? You know what I mean? They're just doing whatever. That shows just the lengths that that these guys were going to try and cancel Eminem. You see what I mean? They were literally trying whatever tactic that they could fucking muster, that they could fucking come up with, try and cancel Eminem. But Eminem's got a new album coming out, not cancelled.
For the Attorney General to investigate and, if necessary, prevent Eminem's concert. Well, these lyrics suggest that violence against women is cool.
Basically, they were saying that if he performed Kill You, he'd be headed straight for jail.
Got a censorship issue about Eminem, so I ain't worried about him doing I'll Kill You. I told him, yeah, do it twice tonight.
Finally, they couldn't prevent Eminem from entering the country, although it was a close call. The first concert was on the night of the 26th, and Eminem arrived just a few hours before. You're probably wondering, what songs did Marshall sing? Well, I'm Back, Kill You, Under the Influence, and Stun You. All in.
That's the thing about Eminem. He's always going to do things his way, and you know he's not going to fucking back down to nobody. And I've got to say, whatever you think about him, however you feel about him, this man got fucking balls, and it takes fucking nuts to fucking stand up against the most powerful fucking entities of the world, and just say, stick your middle finger up to him, like, fuck you, I'm doing my shit. I'm doing it anyway. It takes a lot of fucking balls to do that, and Eminem got fucking balls. You know.
In a row. And as if that wasn't enough,
it takes balls not to give a fuck.
He dedicated some beautiful words to Valerie.
Toronto, how many people here tonight are sick of motherfuckers talking shit about me? I'm so fucking sick of every critic and every motherfucking journalist talking shit about my music. They told me that if I perform Kill You tonight, that they was gonna lock me up. Guess what? I already performed it. I dedicate this next motherfucking song to that
As we reach the end of the year 2000,
it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And then just like, I'm dedicating this song to fucking Valerie Smith. Fuck you. Oh my dad, like I said,
M took stock.
Yeah, it takes balls to stand up to the powerful people, and just be like, "Fuck you! This is my art. This is how I express myself, and this is the way I'm going to express myself, and you are not fucking gonna stop me." You know what I mean? It takes balls to do that. So,
Well, if you wanted to change anything from the year 2000, what would you change?
If I could change something from the year 2000, I don't think I'd change a thing. I think everything fell into place right as it should. The good and the bad, you know. Maybe some things in my personal life I would have changed, you know, my little legal problems back home, which I can't really discuss, but maybe that. But other than that, everything else fell right into place. Everybody who I thought I was going to piss off with this album, I pissed off. Everything everything went according to plan, I guess you could say.
But what happened in 2000?
oh yeah, Eminem in the UK. I think I know where we're going with this. Okay.
Well, it came just like 2000 had gone. In February, Eminem had to continue with the tour, this time across Europe, and the United Kingdom was the final stop, and the one that gave him the most trouble. To start with, the police were being finicky and told him he could bring his chainsaw on stage, but couldn't turn it on, and if he did, he'd go to jail.
If, for example, in Manchester and London.
So I remember seeing this interview and all this, talking about this, because it was on the Eminem, it's a DVD called Access All Areas, was it? Or something like that. Actually, on Access All Europe, the whole DVD is on here, and it was pretty cool. And then it just like, and the last stop on here is London, United Kingdom. The show, and it shows like where he got the most like shit from, saying about doing the drug skit and on purple pills, coming on stage with the chainsaw and everything, and they were going to try and stop him. And
they're saying that if you come on stage with your chainsaw going and the power's on,
I do like Eminem's response to it.
They're going to stop you. I mean, what do you think about?
Oh my God! You know what? They should be so happy that I'm here to give them something to do.
You have a chainsaw, with the chainsaws going, or you take ecstasy, or you drink, or you say the F word, or stick up your middle finger, or move the crowd, or do any type of show at all, then we will arrest you. Because we are tough London cops. Tough Manchester cops.
And to continue, the press spent
Its impression, his British accent's better than mine, and I am British.
24 hours a day creating more controversy.
Tomorrow night, 20,000 Eminem fans will rush up these rain-soaked Manchester steps to see the controversial US rapper take to the stage. But what role has he been cast in? Hero or villain?
Meanwhile, the gay protesters, or whatever this thing was, kept doing their thing. And if that wasn't enough, M had the brilliant idea of completely disregarding everything and performing a skit he always did before singing Purple Pills.
Yeah, like I just said earlier, Eminem is always going to do things his way. And, he's not going to censor himself, he's not going to he never has. He's always done things his own way. And I believe that that's the way it should be done, You should always, don't let people dictate to you and try and tell you how you can perform your art, how you can make your art, and how you want to express yourself. Nobody has a right to dictate to that. Nobody has a right to dictate that to you, is what I'm trying to say. That's the overall message I'm trying to say here.
That's when the cops grabbed him by the balls, and they spent hours reviewing the
that sounds like a painful place to grab someone. Grab them by balls. Interesting choice of words right there.
Being purple pills. That's when the cops grabbed him by the balls, and they spent hours reviewing the recordings trying to catch him.
Just when you see the light at the end of the tunnel, the tour is coming to an end, it's not, and now we're going to jail.
As a precaution, if you like, we've taken possession of that.
See? Even the UK fucking police were trying to fucking stop Eminem for the governments like we've already discussed. You know, everyone was just trying to fucking ban him. Even the police force couldn't fucking stop him. Governments, police force. No, and Eminem, he just still went ahead and done his thing. Yeah, there's nothing you can do to fucking stop this man. You cannot cancel Eminem. Impossible.
And we're studying the video to see if there are any offences that may have been committed.
Well, tonight we can't perform any songs because we can't talk about drugs. So, have a nice night. We're sorry. There'll be no ticket refunds. Tear the stadium up, and it's not my problem.
And as an epic final point, after all of this, the Grammy Awards came around, and I suppose many of you already know what happened. With the awards just around the corner, the gay and lesbian activist group organized another protest outside the Staples Center.
We're here to say, for all the social justice organizations that try to make the world a safe place, that this is not art, this is hate speech.
What was that?
Staples Center.
We're here to say,
a random hoe.
for all the social justice organizations that try to make the world a safe place, that this is not art, this is hate speech.
They even paid to put this ad on TV during the ceremony.
No, it's not hate speech, it's art. You got it the wrong way around, but yeah.
The next time you use words like these, think about what they really mean.
That's when Eminem decided to strike back once and for all.
I do have
I do like the t-shirt he's wearing though. Christina sucks.
little surprise in store at the Grammys that is one of the main reasons that I'm going.
He enlisted one of the most important gay artists in history, Elton John.
You know what? They never fucking see that coming. And there is a story behind Eminem, how the whole the Grammys thing happened with Elton John coming out on stage. I think Eminem was just kind of saying it in jest, just like not thinking it's going to happen, and then it actually ended up happening. And I thought, just what a way just to throw it back in people's faces. You know, you accuse Eminem of being homophobic, you call him all these fucking things, and then comes out on stage with, you know, Elton John, who's a celebrated homosexual man. You know, he doesn't hide it. You know, he's well known for that, for being a gay man, and you know, and he defends Eminem. So, what do you say about that?
And ended his performance by hugging Elton and flipping everyone else off. At this gala, M took home 3 Grammys, and we could see the tension he was under before giving his first speech. The next day, all the newspapers and TV news shows had a slot to talk about the issue. I think you know how all these attempts to cancel Eminem ended, right? Well, if you don't, I'll tell you. 2 decades have passed, and Eminem is no longer just a star, he's a legend.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It's a great video. It's quite a long one though, over 12 minutes. But yeah, there's, you know, this is, you know, the reason why, like, Eminem is uncancelable. You can't cancel this guy, no matter how much you try. You know, I feel like, you know, this is, why do you think it's like able to have the longevity that he's had? Because, you know, it's just mind blowing that how many like powerful entities out there have tried to cancel him, tried to shut him down just to try and stop him. And Eminem has always, you know, pushed through. And Eminem's been through a fucking lot of shit in his life. I see, even like before the fame, during the fame, and everything. You know, but wow. it's just mind blowing, you know. So I hate to break it to you, Gen Z, but your attempts at trying to cancel Eminem, just forget it. Just forget it. Forget it. It's not going to happen. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's reaction, it's been a long one already. I didn't know it was going to be like 30 minutes. My bad. But till next one, guys, be safe, be healthy. Catch you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now. Cheers, peace.